Here in this video we are going to discuss about 3 of the mysterious dark entities of the Star Wars universe, such things that even bewilder the likes of the Jedi and the Sith, so hang on to your leather pants cause we are going into the dark side. The Space Wraiths. These are a Force-sensitive parasitic species characterized by their ability to possess the minds of sentient beings using powerful telepathy. They exist as pure thought in the netherworld of the Force until they find a suitable host in the physical world. Once a host is found, the Space Wraith dominates the host's will and inhabits their brain with its own consciousness, granting the host the Wraith's telepathic abilities and, if the host is Force-sensitive, their Force powers as well. While in a host, a Space Wraith can be killed if the host's body ceases to function, which would destroy the parasite. To avoid this, the Space Wraiths tend to jump from host to host. However, this process takes time as the Wraith must extricate itself to the current host's consciousness and overwhelm a new host's mental defense before completely inhabiting their body. During this transition, the Wraith is vulnerable and has limited control over the victim. These Wraiths possess formidable telepathic abilities that can overwhelm even powerful Force users. Unlike Force powers, the Wraith telepathic abilities do not tire or falter, while the Force powers of the host decline as the Wraith uses the host's body and mind as channel. The Wraith employs a favorite tactic of launching telepathic onslaughts, gradually breaking down an opponent's defenses. They can manipulate the opponent's perceptions, causing them to see illusions and experience false strikes. In the final stages, the Wraith can take over the opponent's motor functions and gain complete control. Due to the risk involved in physically manifesting a host, Space Wraiths often remain in the netherworld of the Force to avoid complete destruction. Despite their vulnerabilities, they are dangerous adversaries capable of exerting tremendous control over other sentient minds. The second one, Abeloth. Also known as the Bringer of Chaos and the beloved Queen of the Stars, she was a powerful Force-sensitive entity who possessed abilities in both the dark side and the light side of the Force. Initially, she lived as a mortal woman known as the Servant, serving the powerful cosmic beings known as the Ones on an unknown jungle planet. Over time, she became the Mother, bringing peace to the warring son and daughter and becoming part of their family. Fearing the loss of her family as she aged, she consumed from the font of power and bathed in the pool of knowledge, corrupting herself and transforming into the immortal being known as Abeloth. Discovering her actions, the father left the planet with his children, leaving Abeloth stranded. The son and daughter imprisoned Abeloth using massive technological constructs. She would then escape whenever the Force was disrupted, but the son and daughter would return and defeat her in order to return her to imprisonment. This cycle would go on for a very long time. Abeloth was awakened unintentionally by Jaqen Solo, who turned to the dark side and became Darth Caedus. After escaping her prison, Abeloth sought to spread chaos and destroy civilizations. She was pursued by Luke Skywalker and his son, who engaged in battles with her and destroyed her avatars. Abeloth assumed the form of Senator Rokaru Kem and became the Chief of State of the Galactic Alliance. However, her remaining avatars were killed later on, and she was ultimately destroyed by Luke Skywalker and Darth Krayt in the realm known as the Beyond Shadows. Although Abeloth was defeated, there were doubts about her permanent demise. Luke Skywalker and the Jedi would search for the planet called Mortis, aiming to acquire a dagger that could permanently kill her if she was ever to return. The third one, Nakash. Also known as the Father of Shadows, he is the primary antagonist in Star Wars Legends. He is a malevolent entity with the goal of overthrowing the Supreme Maker and annihilating the multiverse to construct a new one according to his desires. Nakash is part of a group of beings called the Celestials, who were brought into existence by the Supreme Maker through a song that also created the Force. The Celestials, including Nakash, played a role in creating the Prime Universe and also a dimension called the Planet of Eretz. Nakash possessed near omnipotence, granting him the ability to create his own concepts. However, instead of using his force and power for good, Nakash created a discordant and a malevolent concept known as evil. He became the ruler of evil and was corrupted by the very concept he had brought into existence. Nakash intertwined evil into the Force itself, tainting half of its nature, making it a realm of darkness. As a result, conflict and chaos erupted in the Eret dimension, leading the Celestials and its inhabitants to engage in a devastating war. Unable to stop Nakash, The Celestials were eventually forced to abandon the dimension, leaving it under his dominion. They then proceeded to create their own universes, while the Supreme Maker established a central holy place within the multiverse where the evil could not penetrate. His malevolence continues to haunt the galaxy, although prophecy foretells that he will ultimately be vanquished by the Son of Suns. Originally a pure being, his excessive pride led him to create the concept of evil, transforming him into a cruel, sadistic entity. He holds a deep resentment towards the Supreme Maker and takes pleasure in chaos and destruction, relishing the corruption of all that is. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video on the 3 powerful entities of the dark side in Star Wars lore. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe, but most of all smash that bell icon for regular updates on new videos here on this channel. Take care guys.